and welcome back to my channel. My name is Rose Writes and I write and narrate Miraculous Ladybug fanfiction. I am a huge fan of Avatar: The Last Airbender, so this story is a spoof on Ember Island players. Thank you so much to my wonderful friends for helping me voice this story. Alex Giles as Cat Noir, Sailor Guardian Hope as Ladybug, and Cameron Lejeune as Fake Cat and Fake Moth. Their socials will be listed in the description box below, so please go show them some love. Also, shout out to Jade Carroll for this beautiful commissioned thumbnail. Without further ado, please enjoy Bug and Cat, the musical.
Ladybug, please?
Cat Noir clasped his hands together, lips puckered. Ladybug rolled her eyes, throwing her yo-yo up and down absent-mindedly.
Cat, I said no. I don't think it's a good idea.
That's the problem, Bugaboo. You think too much. Let me do the thinking.
He continued pouting, inching closer to her face. Ladybug purposefully allowed the yo-yo to come down on his head with a loud thunk.
That seems like an even worse idea.
She giggled.
Please, 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 please.
Okay, fine.
She relented, her eyebrows furrowing. Cat pumped his fist in victory, dancing around Ladybug.
You are so embarrassing.
You're just jealous that you're no fun.
He smirked.
Whatever, kitty.
She said with a roll of her eyes. Ladybug and her jaunty kitty cat walked the cobblestone streets of Paris, the scent of fresh-baked pastries permeating the air. The sun began to set, but the city had never seemed so lively. The superhero duo continued to walk in silence, except for Cat humming a familiar tune that Ladybug couldn't seem to place, suddenly coming to a standstill. There must have been hundreds, no, thousands, of people lining the streets, all leading into one of the most famous theaters in Paris, Théâtre Mogador. On the marquee atop the architecture was a red and black sign reading in all caps and neon letters, Bug and Cat, the musical. One by one, theatergoers handed the clerk their euros, receiving a ticket in exchange. Mostly children, donned in semi-accurate Ladybug and Cat Noir costumes. Wow, the usher remarked as the duo approached. If I didn't know any better, I would think you two are the real deal. Very believable costumes. Except... She gave another quick glance. The real Ladybug's costume is a higher quality.
What?
Ladybug shrieked, gaining attention from those nearby.
Well, actually...
Cat Noir started, only to be interrupted. That's nice, dear. Next. Then they were escorted inside. Ladybug's hands tightened into fists as she walked briskly into the theater, seething, followed by Cat Noir trying to keep up. They were seated and were just another two black and red dots among the massive crowd that cheered and gushed over the adventures of their favorite heroes.
Hey, don't worry, milady. We all know who the OG Bug is.
Cat attempted to cheer Ladybug up, but her expression remained hardened, her eyes fixed on the stage.
Yeah, she obviously didn't.
She bit back, then mumbled something under her breath. Suddenly, the orchestra began to play a triumphant overture, with set pieces rolling out resembling the Parisian skyline. The two actors stood in heroic poses, strong silhouettes. As the music began to conclude and the lights did a slow fade to reveal, Cat Noir grabbed Ladybug's shoulder, pointing from themselves to their on-stage counterparts.
The casting is perfect,
he whispered excitedly.
Look how jacked I am. They really nailed this.
Are you kidding?
Ladybug's face twisted in disgust as she eyed Fakerbug. The actress that was supposed to be portraying her wore a red crop top and a short tennis skirt with what appeared to be black spots hot glued on. The heroine's signature pigtails were traded in for some kind of Ariana Grande ponytail.
This looks nothing like me.
Ladybug sunk down in her seat, arms crossed, as Cat Noir leaned towards the railing of the balcony on the edge of his seat, loving every second of this mockery of the art of theater. Cat Noir, started Fakerbug. I wanted to let you know I have always loved you. Even when I pushed you away, I was just scared of how deep my love runs for you." The actress, if one could even call her that, spoke in a way that made her seem closer to AI than human. But that didn't appear to matter to Cat Noir as he beamed at his partner, starry-eyed. She then proceeded to sing a passionate and off-key ballad about her love for Cat Noir. Ladybug's cheeks turned a shade redder than her costume as she tried to sink further down into her seat, pretending she didn't exist, the dark abyss of the theater enveloping her. After the song, an eager Cat Noir said,
Really? You love me? Is that how you really feel about me?
Ladybug shushed him loudly, receiving shushes in return, to which she rolled her eyes.
Baby,
Fake Cat grabbed hold of Faker Bug.
I will defeat that evil Hawkmoth for you! Did someone say evil?
Fake Moth appeared on stage in a puff of smoke and glitter. His collar peaked above his head with a cape down to his feet, sweeping the ground. His legs donned purple tights. Fake Moth then proceeded to perform a terribly choreographed song and dance about he is a chillin' villain. And the Akumas were dancing around the stage, literally. Fake Moth's backup dancers were dressed like butterflies, and they popped and locked all around the stage.
This is embarrassing,
Ladybug muttered under her breath, side-eyeing her partner that was totally vibing with the song. He hummed off-key a bit too loudly. He felt her incredulous stare.
What? I've been listening to the cast recording for months.
What was this disrespectful idiocy? Ladybug seethed in her seat as she watched the fake heroes attempt to throw the first punch, when suddenly the curtain fell abruptly, lights shooting on, not allowing her eyes time to adjust. Intermission?
Could this be over yet?
She silently begged. She stalked out of the theater into the lobby, grabbing some popcorn. She sat with her back against the wall near the entrance, throwing pieces high above her head, landing them in her mouth. After a brief search, Cat Noir found her, pretending not to sulk.
Hey, Bugaboo, are you okay?
He asked delicately.
Yes.
She answered hastily, another piece of popcorn falling in her mouth. Her partner took a seat beside her, narrowing his eyes.
No, all right.
She replied again.
Who wrote this? Do they know anything about us at all? I mean, we're not. I'm not.
She fumbled for the right words.
I don't need to be saved. We're a team. I'm not a damsel in distress. The only thing they got right is that Hawkmoth is a complete doofus.
Cat Noir draped an arm around his irate partner.
Hey, let's settle. The show is on the stage, not here in the lobby,
He said jokingly.
I am not making a scene.
Ladybug flew to her feet, thrusting the bucket of popcorn into Cat's hands. She strode away quickly. He grabbed her arm to hold her back.
Please wait. I'm sorry. I was just trying to make a joke. It didn't land.
He held both of her hands in his, standing in silence like they were the only two in this overly crowded theater lobby. He stroked the back of her palms. No one knew Ladybug like Cat Noir. No one got under her skin like he did, but also no one made her feel quite as safe either. The lights in the lobby flashed, signaling the end of intermission.
Shall we, m'lady?
Cat offered Ladybug his elbow, but she brushed past him.
Let's just get this over with.
The two settled back in their seats, everyone looking forward to seeing the fight resolve. Everyone except for Ladybug. The curtains opened with a flourish, the heroes frozen mid-punch. Fake Cat rushed Fake Moth in front of the actor, so the punch looked like it was supposed to miss on purpose. Silly kitty! Faker Bug giggled. You missed! Don't worry, I got it! Lucky Charms in the shape of a hammer.
Lucky Charms?
Ladybug jeered.
What the?
Before she finished speaking, her fake counterpart said, "Here, kitty kitty," and threw the hammer at Fake Cat.
Thank you, my love. After we win today, you should marry me.
Ladybug's eyes grew wide, her mouth hanging open. Where did the playwright get their source material? Are they mad? Did they hear it from someone who heard it from someone whose cousin may have seen 2 seconds of an interview once? What? Oh, Cat, I do. I will. Fakerbug and Fake Cat shared an out-of-place, awkward kiss while Fake Moth did nothing. Ladybug finally peered over at her partner to gauge his reaction, and even he seemed to be a bit skeptical.
Have I ever asked you to marry me?
He whispered, confused.
No.
She replied.
And please don't.
Cat nodded a bit solemnly.
Noted.
Fake Cat's attention was now placed on the passively observing Fake Moth.
Hey, better swing!
And swung the comically large hammer towards Fake Moth. Fake Moth, pulled by a fly system, flew 20 feet into the air, and then swirled all around the auditorium, making overly dramatic, pained groans. He landed center stage on his knees. To add insult to injury, Fake Cat sang,
Cataclysm!
A black ribbon sprung from the actor's hand as he placed it atop the fake villain's head.
No! You have bested me and beaten me at my own game! No!
The bellow echoed across the auditorium as a trap door swallowed him up. Ladybug raised her eyebrows as the stage was a little too quiet.
Did Hawkmoth just die?
You know, it was really unclear.
Cat said, scratching his chin. But to their chagrin, the play wasn't finished. Not yet. Fakerbug put on some extremely affected voice that was giving high school bully vibes circa early 2000s. So, do you want to get out of here? Fake Cat said.
Couldn't have said it better myself. But first, we dance.
The style of dance wasn't easily pinpointed. It was a little ballet, a little tap, Fake Cat flexing his muscles. The real superhero duo looked at each other for a moment before bursting into a fit of laughter. They didn't stay to watch the end of the dance. They left to the deserted lobby, tears in their eyes from laughing so hard.
That was the worst thing I've ever seen.
Ladybug said through giggles.
Yeah, I guess it was pretty bad, huh? At least I looked cool.
Cat said, flexing his much smaller muscles.
Sure, Cat. Whatever you say.
She shook her head. He gently took her hand in his.
What do you want to do now?
As long as it doesn't involve another terrible show, I'm game for anything.
She booped his nose. This is why she made most of the decisions. It's safe to say she probably wouldn't be going to the theater with him again anytime soon.
How about I race you? Ready, set, go!
Off he went, bounding into the Parisian night on his staff, going who knows where. His silhouette lit by the stars and a few street lights.
Wait!
Ladybug called after him.
What's the plan? We didn't say where we... Whatever, I'm still going to win.
She tore through the sky, trailing behind him ever so slightly, going anywhere, as long as they were together. Thank you so much for listening. I had so much fun working on this story. Thank you again to Alex, Hope, and Cameron for helping me out. If you enjoyed this, subscribe to my channel and stay tuned for more things like this. And as always, stay miraculous!